Here with Tully Television, and today we're going to be getting into a comic book review. But before we do, I want to remind you that how awesome and amazing all of you are, and I hope that today is the day we earn that subscription. Hit the subscribe bar down below. It really does help our channel grow and be seen by others. So if you like what you see here, if you agree or disagree with what you hear, comment, like, subscribe, all of that beautiful YouTube stuff, because only together can we go straight to the moon, baby. Today, we're finally going to get into Absolute Batman with issue number 5. I know I've been slacking with this particular title a little bit, and I know there's a current major crossover in DC that's finally gonna make the Absolute Universe crossover with the main DC universe, right? And a quick recap on what the Absolute Universe is. It's a universe created by Darkseid Energy, and it's like a world, the universe that's very bleak and very dreary, dark, very little hope, even less hope than your normal superhero universe. It's supposed to really let the dark side take over everything, and given little chance for our heroes, so to speak, to win the day. And in Absolute Batman number 5, man, we see some interesting things going on, and I initially thought this storyline was going to be 5 issues. It's actually 6 issues. So next issue is the final to this story. Writer is Scott Snyder. Artist is Nick Dragato. Colorist is Frank Martin. And the cover artist is Joe Dragato. Probably related to Nick, but I'm not too sure. This is the cover right here. We got Alfred there. We got Black Mask there. We got the big beefy Bruce right there. This story is vastly different than the Batman mythos you're used to. Pennywise is not your loving butler taking care of Bruce. Martha's still alive. His father, Bruce's father's gone. And his origins are tied into this trip he went to the zoo because of his engineering prowess. All right, so that's what prompted Bruce to want to become Batman. Bruce learned everything that you can as far as the way Gotham works in its inner workings, the sewer system, construction, everything, and he's also a trained fighter to the degree like boxing and stuff. He isn't rich. He hasn't trained with the League of Assassins. He just is a big, beefy dude who knows how to fight hand to hand and is learning to be Batman on the ground level with very little resources to help him along the way. There's no batarangs, there's no Batmobile, there's no bat boat, there's no bat plane, there's no bats to hit the baseballs. Nothing. It's just whatever he can get his hands on and manufacture and fabricate himself. One of the coolest parts about this Batman is that the insignia is actually a battle axe. I think that's pretty freaking rad. But we open up here real quick with Bruce getting checked out after the zoo incident and being trapped basically in the bat enclosure. The doctor is trying to... Leslie, we know Leslie from the main Batman universe as one of his allies from Crime Alley, right? That help him recover. But here she's trying to lighten the mood a little bit and say he should be fine. He must have had to get some rabies vaccinations and trying to be a little jokey, but also understanding the severity of what happened. She's like, you should be fine unless you grow fangs and ears, right? And it's like, yeah. But, not in the mood for jokes. And then we see this nice little thing here of Bruce at his father's gravesite. And really, to be honest with you, one of the things I like about this story is that James Gordon is trying to run for mayor because in some weird way he is getting tired of how Gotham City is with the party animals in control by the Black Mask, and crime has gone up substantially in all areas, and Martha has agreed to help him. Bruce and the party animals have an alliance. Supposedly, they're under the assumption that Batman is going to accept a $200 million bribe to allow them to continue running Gotham. And in their way, this is going to be the best way to stop losing men and money and continue their stranglehold by having a mutual understanding of you leave me alone, I leave you alone. You do what you want to do, but leave us out of it and we'll leave you out of what we do. And the price is, like I said, $200 million. And so we see Batman going through the streets because, again, there's a no violence, no interacting policy. And he's trying to get them to engage. So then he feels like he can have open season on the party animals then. Before he actually gets the money, right? We see Commissioner Gordon here telling a young Bruce Wayne how he believes he's going to be a brave man. People can do brave things, but I know brave people when I see them, and you're brave, Bruce. And of course, young Bruce isn't really probably computing anything at that time, you know what I mean? It's just as an adult, you think about some of these things that people said. And, part of this is what his father believed Gotham could be the best place around. And, why did he, to be taken out by a criminal, Bruce doesn't want others to go through what he went through, obviously, right? And so they kind of meet. Black Mask. Oh, this luscious $100 bills, man. Give me some of those. And so they're talking about, oh, it's good that you taking the bribe or whatever. You should have had the money already. And Batman says, yeah, he got the money. And he kind of shows what he bought with the money. And because Cyanus, right? Black Mask. Oh, what did you do? You gonna buy some, fancy cars and fancy clothes and buy them bitcoins and all that. Is that what you're going to do? No. He bought Gotham City a bat signal. Dun dun dun. And Bruce reveals the truce is over, baby. We back at it. And they get back into it. He's effing people up. He's effing these dudes up. Pennywise is helping them, of course. Pennywise. Right. Pennywise from It came and helped Bruce Wayne. Okay. Pennyworth is also helping Bruce. And in this issue, he's talking to his handler about the whole situation and basically wanting to help Bruce during this time because he feels like he's been inspired a bit by Bruce's actions, and he knows that Bruce is going to need some guidance along the way that only he can provide because of his decades of experience as basically wet works operations, right? So he's there to help Bruce become a better strategist, a better fighter, a better to take that raw talent that he's got and fine tune it, But what is Pennyworth's ultimate motivation at the end, or as we get deeper? Who's to say? Well, of course, Bruce is getting womped up and everything by the animals, the party animals, and he has to find some way to escape not only the party animals, but the police that wind up showing up. We see that he is let go, though, that she allows Batman to go. He meets up with Pennyworth to collect himself here. And then we really are coming across the party animals wanting to go full craziness, all right? And what happens at the end of this issue is that Gordon and Martha come across some party animals. There's a shipment, a trade-off here of guns and masks and tech and stuff. And there's no Batman, there's no Bruce, there's no one around but Old Man Gordon and Martha Wayne. And is Martha Wayne going to bite the big one? Is James Gordon going to bite the big one? We know that this title so far has definitely changed things up how we know the Batman lore to be. So, are there going to be any major deaths on Batman's side of allies, right? In the next issue, which is the final to this story. And then I think we get into the Dr. Freeze story next. However, that's where we end this particular issue. I'm going to try to get issue 6 in the next week or two to finish up this story. Been lagging a little bit on the Absolute Batman. But that's where we're at right now. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this title. What are your thoughts about this universe on any character's level? Do you like the origin story so far? I think it's a pretty unique story. I'm liking the art. I'm liking the writing. I think that it's interesting that they used Black Mask as the first villain. But when we see the progression of villains to come, this is only but the beginning for Batman and Bruce's struggle to be the Batman and how that's going to affect the people around him. Again, let me know what you think down below. And until next time, peace, Snookums.